All right. So this is the part where I go, if you've seen this before, you know what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go over to the other PC over here and I'm going to see whether or not it's actually streaming or whether I can hear myself. So this is the part where I go to see whether it's actually working. All right. I can hear myself. That means it's actually working. Hey, welcome to Cooking with Linux Without a Net. I haven't done one of these for about 6 weeks, and that's mostly because in August, we were away an awful lot in August. It was holiday time. I had the kids here at home more often than not, which means I couldn't get any privacy to do this. Now the kids are back in school, and oh, wait a minute. I should do the transition. So I'm going to transition to the big screen. Excuse me. Anyway, so like I said, I haven't done it for about 6 weeks because the kids were out. And now they're back in school, which means I've got the house to myself. So I'm basically in the house by myself, which means, you know, I can sit and have a glass of wine at lunchtime. By the way, cheers. Cheers. If you are on and watching right now, and I'm watching in the other window over here, by the way, go and say something. Say hi. Craig's already said hi. Hi, Craig Maloney. How you doing? He's already said hi. So if you're in there watching, please say hi. And we will do this thing. Anyway, like I said, the kids are back in school. Last week was, you know, the first day of after you know, Labor Day, so I didn't do it. So now we're back. Now we're back. Okay, so today, oh, this is sorry. I'm gonna get rid of the window here so that, you know, you don't have to look at me while I'm doing all these things. And I'm going to minimize this. Okay, I'm gonna minimize this. Anyway, did I transition? Have I transitioned? This is where I go and take a look at the other window here to see what's happening. Ah, yes, much better. Okay, so let's minimize this thing. So today I want to talk to you before... hey, I'm going to be speaking at GTA Lug tonight. Excuse me, that's why that window is open right now. The GTA Lug is the Greater Toronto Linux user group. And so I'm going to be talking up there tonight. So, a few things I want to do today. One of them is I want to talk about the most famous... program, expectation. The very first thing that you write when you learn a new programming language, which is of course Hello World. I think I call this 15 shades of Hello World, but of course, you know, it could be like, you know, 100 shades of Hello World. And of course, I'm gonna open up a window here. Let's open up a console. And is this big enough? Can you see what I'm doing here? I'm gonna pretend that you can see what I'm doing here. And I'm going to go to Prague just for fun here because I'm going to do some program samples here. And it's actually amazingly easy to get your first program to do Hello World. And it's this. This is the easiest one in the world. Hello. I don't know. If there's an easier one, let me know. But I think this is the easiest. And in fact, you can write this as a script. Okay, so let's write a script called CIAO because I think I've already got something called hello here. Ciao. And I'm going to go and now I could just do this, okay? Echo, hello, world. And of course, this is just bash, right? This is just the bourne shell. And then I can just go chmod plus x, CIAO, and /CIAO, and hello, world. There you go. I've created a program. And if I wanted to do this, you know, more properly, can I say that? Can I say more properly? Hey, that's a mug night. Gee, tonight is a mug night as well. Tonight must be a lug night in general. All right, to do this properly, we should really do something like this. Shebang, you know, as in the shell prompt, bang /bin /bash. And if we were really, really good, I'd do something like leave a comment here. This is a hello world script. In bash, and you know, and I could say that, you know, author me, and then now I've got like a really well written script, and then I can just go I could do this too, by the way. I could go, you know, I made it executable above there, so I could go chmod minus x CIAO, and then at that point if I go CIAO, it doesn't work, but I could do this, bash CIAO, and get exactly the same result. See that? Or I can remake it executable again, this way. And now it's just, you know, CIAO. There you go. Hello world. We have a script, and then of course, you know, we could make like, you know, let's Vi this again, because, you know, Vi is the only real programming language, is the only real editor Cal. Let's do Cal. Oh, this is the 10th month. Is this the 10th month? This is still September. Okay, so we'll go 10-2018. And there we go. Now we've got a complex program. Look at that. Hello world. October 2018. Is this not exciting? This is truly exciting. Okay. So the thing that I wanted to show you here, which is fascinating, I started thinking about this in a little ways because we were having a discussion at home about old programming languages that are still heavily in use. And then, of course, one of those heavily in use programming languages is COBOL. Okay, so let me show you a COBOL program. Cat hello world dot. Oh, I think COB works just fine there. There we go. So in fact, let's vi that one, shall we? So that we're not looking at multiple things here. COB, and there you go. This is a really simple program written in COBOL. COBOL, honest to God, COBOL. This is open COBOL, which by the way is in your repository. So for whatever reason you think to yourself, hey dude, I want to sit there and support old COBOL code for financial institutions and stuff like that. And believe it or not, people will hire you to do this today. Today, you don't have to be writing C or C++ or something like that. You can be one of the few, the proud, the COBOL programmers. Excuse me for a second while I have a sip of my wine here. Other people in chat, say hello. Let me know you're there. Let me know you're there. Anyway, this is a COBOL program. These are mandatory lines, by the way. The first one here, identification division, is mandatory with a period at the end of it. The period has to be there. Program-ID, period. And then the program name, in this case, hello-world. It could also be, hello-baby or whatever, dot. Okay, so it's whatever the program is called. The next thing, the asterisk, is just a comment, just saying hello to the world. And then the next thing is mandatory as well. Procedure division, dot. And then to actually do the hello part, it's display hello, and in this case I went hello, comma, you crazy old world, exclamation point. Inside quotes, and at the end of it I have a period. The period. Periods are absolutely incredibly essential. You know how in Perl or some other languages, you try to do CGI scripts, you have to have the semicolon at the end of it. Well, this is like as important as a semicolon, more important because COBOL will throw like all sorts of errors out at you. Anyway, and then of course a stop run at the end of it. Now, this isn't the end of it. Now, if I were to do something like this, chmod plus x, hello, and you already know this is going to fail, right? COB, okay, and I go / hello world.cob. That's me making an explosion sound, by the way. It doesn't work. Hang on. Other people say hello. There we go. Other people say hello. So that doesn't work. So what we need to do now is this. COBC, okay, which is the COBOL compiler, -x, COBC-x-O, I can't remember, grep COBC, because now I'm drawing a complete blank. So this is the beauty about doing this live, because you sit there and you go, dude, you don't remember this. I don't. There we go. COBC-x-O. Hello world dot and dot cob, and now whoops, hello world dot cob -o. Am I doing this wrong? Oh, -o, hello. I can't even copy my old history. This is terrible. Hello world. There we go. So we have hello world, and we can go / hello world. And there you go. Now we've got our program, because with the COBOL compiler, we actually need to compile the code into something that we can actually run. Christina, glad to have you on board. Thank you so much for joining us today. I do appreciate it. I appreciate everybody who's there. Tell your friends, your family, your dog, your cat, your neighbors, your enemies, everybody. Tell them all to come here. All right. So like I said, believe it or not, COBOL is one of, and I said 15 shades because I was thinking, hey, we could sit there and write all these different programs. How about this one? BW Basic. Now, so COBC is part of DPKG L COB. Is it Open COBOL? Open COBOL? Yeah, it's Open-COBOL. There you go. It's Open-COBOL. That's the program, Open-COBOL. So you can install, so you can learn to program in COBOL by installing Open COBOL. Here's another one for you, another blast from the past, and it's basic. You can actually run a basic interpreter, which, by the way, you can use as a shell as well. You can actually use this one as a shell and write, basic shell scripts. But remember this one, print. Hello in basic. Let me see. Print hello in basic. And it just does it. Print hello in basic. What if I wanted to do something like this? 10, okay, because these are line numbers. So now we're actually writing a program. Ada, you want me to program and you want me to write in Ada? Oh, okay, before I continue here, you can go to this page here, which is interesting. helloworldcollection.de. This is fascinating because it's got like a ridiculous number of programming languages, including one like this. Like, did you know that this was actually a real programming language? I didn't know this was a real programming language, but there are all these different programming languages. You asked for Ada. Let's see what it looks like in Ada, shall we? And then we'll continue with basic for a second. Ada, there you go. Hello world in Ada with text_IO procedure. Hello world is begin. There you go, in Ada. PL1, let's go down to PL1. That should be good for a laugh. Let's go down to PL1, also known as Programming Language 1. Hello world in PL1. Hello, procedure option, main. Hello, skip list. Hello world. Great stuff, man. Great stuff, man. Let us continue with what we were doing, however. Let's go back to the shell and continue. Okay, so 10, print. This is line 10. 20, print. Whoops, print. It's like pring or Pringles. This is line 20. And then for line 30, we're going to go print hello world. Print hello world, because we have to have a hello world in this here. Okay, we have to have a hello world. and then let's type run. Cool, huh? So there you go. So you can run, and this is just called BW Basic that way. So if you're running like a Debian distribution, like an Ubuntu or something like that, which I am on this thing here, and in fact, let's show you what I'm running here. cat/etc/lsb-release. There you go. Ubuntu 1804, or in my case, Kubuntu 1804. But there you have it. Anyway, and let's just add a line 40 here, shall we? Line 40, I'm going to regret this. Go to 10. Run. Woohoo! Present arms! It's good to see you! Thanks for coming in. Sorry I was away for so long. Kids, summertime, pool, beaches, that sort of thing. And now I have the house to myself again while the kids are away at school. Although one of them comes home like at 2:30. High school, first year of high school. I can barely deal with this concept. It's amazing. Anyway, why does it have to be different times in elementary school? Like, who came up with this nonsense? But I digress. Okay, so there you go. So there are tons and tons of different ways, and I wanted to show you that old programming languages are alive and well, and that's true of as I showed you, COBOL. If you want to go out there and get yourself some programming work doing COBOL, just download and install. Well, hello again. Hello. Oh, by the way, if you're here, I'm going to pause right in the middle of this, okay? And I apologize. I'm going to pause for a commercial, okay? And here's the commercial. Go to youtube.com/freethinkeratlarge. That is my YouTube channel, okay? And subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. You can also go to cookingwithlinux.com where I've got my stuff. There is actually a Cooking with Linux. Cookingwithlinux.com, which I don't update anywhere near often enough, although you can go into something like this. And you can also click here, become a Patreon patron for me. Support my work. support my work. Tell your friends, your family, your dog, your cat, your neighbors, everybody, your enemies. I don't really care, but share it. Tell them about this. Have them come and join us on the show here. But support my habits. Support my habits if you can. If you can't, well, that's fine too. Just be here. I love having you here. All right, let's continue on to something completely different. So there you go. So go to helloworldcollection.de because it's just a lot of fun to go and take a look at these old languages. And again, if you want to install this, let me just hit Control D here. If you want to install this, it's just something as simple as sudo or sudo apt install bw basic to get that basic or open-cobol. Okay. There you go. And you can install both of those guys, which, obviously I already have installed. So they're already there in my case. There you go. So you can install these old languages, play with them, have some fun. And, if you want to look at things that you really have forgotten about completely, go and take a look. I was originally going to call this, like I said, 50 Shades of Hello World, and then decided to go with 15 Shades. And I've taken it down even more notches. Okay, here's the next thing we're going to do. We're going to play some games. Anybody want to play a game? Would you like to play a game? Let's take a look somewhere on YouTube here. I'm sure that we can, I'm sure on YouTube we could probably find the, that's a mandatory reference, by the way, to War Games, the movie War Games. Can we find War Games? Let's go to youtube.com, youtube.com/War Games. Would you like, there we go. War Games, would you like to play a game? Every geek in the world has got to have watched this, okay? If you're a geek and you haven't watched this movie, we can skip the video here. Skip. There we go. How about global thermonuclear war? Wouldn't you prefer a good game of chess? War Games, you got to check it out. If you don't know War Games, you got to check it out. But we're going to play a different set of games. You all know about Steam, right? I mean, if I were to go here and I go Steam, and I opened up Steam, we have, of course, a bunch of games that we can play. And in fact, maybe not this week, because I'm going to run out of time at some point here. But Steam now lets you play like a whole whack of games that were available for Windows, which you can now run. Who the heck is this person? Somebody added me. But by the way, I'm Jugdish. Am I Jugdish? Who the heck am I? I'm Marcel. Anyway, I'm Marcel on Steam. If you're on Steam and you want to add me, that would be great too. That's cool. So there are a lot of games that you can get on Steam, but I wanted to show you this place, itch.io, https itch.io. Itch.io is, hi, it's 1983 and I still have... That's funny, Craig. Anyway, itch.io is interesting because itch.io is one of these sites that is kind of an independent game maker site for itch.io. It's really kind of interesting because you've got a lot of indie developers that are working here on itch, and they're creating games, and a lot of the games are actually available for Linux. And in fact, there's an engine that you can download, and this is where we're going to jump now. Okay, there's an engine that you can download and you can extract into your system, and you can just do this. ITCH. Check this out. Check this out. Oh, I do love it when stuff prints up stuff in the background. I love those console messages. Don't you love those console messages? All right, now you've got an interface, okay, and let's make this biggish, shall we? You've got an interface where you've got games that are let me see, we can go essentials, itch.io. There we go, essentials this.io, and then you can search based on different things. Now, some of the games are free, okay. And we can say, let me see, filtering all games to Linux. All right, I'm going to say, and then we can say, look at games that are free games. So there's a bunch of free games. There's some games that are available that that are pay for. But here's something that is interesting about the game. So let's take a look at my collections. What you can do is you can download a whole pile of these things. And in fact, let's do one right now, shall we? I have no idea what Intertwined is like, but we can take a look. Oh, it looks like invited first-person journey across a beautifully crafted musical landscape. Sounds exciting. Now I can add this to my game, but here's the other thing that I can do that's kind of interesting. Oh, hang on, I'm going to go back to it now. And I'm going to go, oh, this one is for Windows. Okay, I thought I was filtering by Linux here. I thought I was filtering by Linux. Okay, so let's go. I said free games. So let us sort by Linux. There we go. I want Linux. Okay, bow down, blow the hen down. A game about pirates, hens. Okay. What do I know? Anyway, so if you're looking at games that are available for the Linux platform, you can actually click this button here that says install, and it will put it into the. I get that with Keybase. Run a command and the client shows up. Nifty. Anyway, so if I click install, it is going to download, and then like this one here, blow the hen down. Okay, is that there's a button here called, that says tip the creators. So if you can, and of course I said that with Patreon, I said, you can go to my patreon.com/Marcel Gagne, and you can say, hey, I want to support Marcel's habit, with $1 or $2 or whatever. But you can do the same thing here. If there's a game developer that you really like that have got games on itch.io, which like I said is a community platform. Developers go here to distribute their games. The bar is lower than it is on something like Steam. So there's a lot of really cool content that you can find here that you aren't necessarily going to find anywhere else. So you could say tip the creator, and you can do this. And let's go over to where it says owned items now. Okay, so these are the ones that I have actually downloaded. Some of these are interesting, like the Blind Griffin, for instance, is one of those text adventure games aimed at a female audience, which is a very specific class of video games. I'm trying to remember what they are. Otami, is that what it's called? Otami. I'm trying to remember what the Otome, O-T-O-M-E, and they're games specifically aimed at typically female play or female game players. Or, because the stories tend to revolve around, love stories and interesting things like this. Some of them are really kind of cool, actually. You should check them out. Like, The Blind Griffin. The graphics can be quite exceptional. But let's blow the hen down. Let's launch this one because it's the one that we just installed. Oh, and of course, you can create collections of games. I've just made a couple of collections here. I created one called Woofdle's Collection. I created one called War Games Attack on Toys. Is a blast. You are playing little plastic toy soldiers. You can have, it's cool. It's really cool. But we're going to go back to owned items here, and we're going to launch Blow the Hen Down because that's the one. There we go. And I'm going to say windowed in this case because, well, graphics quality. Ahoy, yo-ho, and yar. Let's go with yo-ho just because I don't know how that's going to affect my stream if I do something else here. So let's take a look. Let's fire this up. Let's fire this up. Blow the hen down. Maybe I should turn the volume down on this game. Let's start. I have no idea what this game is. That's right. That's what hens do. It was a bad idea to load them on board. Away, Jim lad. You get rid of them before they make us running out of space and make us feed the fishes. Arr. I would think that you can just eat the hens. Oh, check this out. Check this out. Okay, so this is low graphic. Apparently we want to get into slightly higher graphics than this. Let's see here. Let's go back to blow the hen down, and we're going to say escape, and I'm going to say exit, because the graphics, I don't know, the graphics are just not, that's not what we want here. That's not what we want. Anyway, let's take a look at, Whist is really cool. I loved Whist. Whist is really neat. Attack on Toys is fun. So let me see. Minimum Rage. There are tons of games that you're just not going to find anywhere else that are available under this itch stuff. And of course, there are a bunch of games that you can try. And in Arthur's Nightmare. Fragments of Euclid. Naufrage is cool. I love Naufrage. It's great. Oop, I've gone full screen. Hopefully I'm not killing my stream. Let's find out whether I've killed my stream by going to, and I'm going to say English. And, oops, it's still working. It's still working. Made with Unity. Platform test okay. Platform version, Linux. Loading ROM, 75%. This is one of these really moody sort of adventure sort of games. So, Can I exit out of here at this point, or Alt-Tab out of this? Oh, there we go. We're just going to Alt-Tab out of there. Oh, do I still have my screen here? Alt-Tab. Insert coin. All right, let's click. Let's insert coin. Insert coin. And here we are in a magical, mystical adventure place. Ah, cool. Love it. Love it. All right. Rodolfo! Yo-ho, Rodolfo! Great to have you on board. Thanks for joining us. And there we go. We've got a wonderful, creepy adventure game. And of course, this has got like the classic controls, of course, you know, which is A, S, W, D. So, you know, if you're familiar with, you know, the classic movements on these games, then this will work. And of course, I can use the mouse to circle and let's move back with the S here. There we go. Nice. Nice. I love it. All right. Let me see. Let me get out of here. Quit game. Quit game. I'm not going to spend a lot of time playing the game because I want you to check some of these out. So itch.io, download the client from the website. Okay, so download the client from the website, itch.io, and start trying out some of these great indie games. And like I said, if you are if you're in a position where you can afford to support some of these guys and there's a game that you really love, by all means, try that one, do that as well. And the other thing that is kind of neat about this is a lot of the channels, so if you go back to the main screen where I was taking a look here, and let me see, view all games, Linux, and I said, let me see, free games, because I was going with free games. I was being cheap. I was going to free games, Linux. If you take a look at some of these games here, Woven Shadows, The Webs of the Past, and sorry, I apologize for that. A lot of these people have Discord channels. So the games are often including itch.io. Itch.io has a Discord channel. So you can go on Discord and you can have conversations with the developers directly. And it's worth it. I mean, seriously, it is worth checking out. I highly recommend it. I have had a blast playing around in here, trying out games. And it's definitely one that's worth checking out. And that's all I'm going to talk about for games today. And since we typically do this, okay, I'm trying to keep this to, half an hour, 40 minutes or so, because I know some of you have to get back to work here. Theoretically, technically, I have to get back to work. But today, we're also going to take a look at a Linux distribution you've never heard about. Oops, let me open up yet another window that we don't have here. And let's open up our favorite Virt Manager, shall we? Virtual Machine Manager. Let's open up our Virtual Machine Manager. And here, let's get rid of a couple of these. Delete. Yes, delete that as well. Yeah, we'll delete everything. Yes, delete it. And we'll delete that as well because we've already looked at it. We've already looked at it in a previous incarnation thereof. So today, the distribution that we're going to look at that we've never heard of before, there are 3 of them. All right, let's see how quickly you guys can vote on this. Okay, because I'm going to try one of the 2. And honest, I have not tried this. I haven't tried this. So we have 2. We have Triskel, or at least that's the way I'm pronouncing it because I'm a French guy, Triskel, and we have NyTux. NyTux is actually based on Linux from scratch, if I remember correctly. And Triskel is yet another Linux distribution. What is this one based on? Let me see. Echonia, blah, 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 blah. This will support security, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what's it based on. I don't know what it's based on. It's probably an Ubuntu-based distribution. Oh, GNU Linux is probably an Ubuntu-based distribution. So what do you want? Okay, guys, vote, vote, vote. Do you want to see NyTux, which is based on Linux from scratch? All right. Or do you want to see Triskel, which is probably based on Ubuntu? Actually, we could go to what is it called? DistroWatch. That's it. Distrowatch.com, and we could scroll down way down, and I could go over to NyTux. Yeah, there's NyTux down there, and there's Triskel. These are distributions I haven't tried. Come on, vote, vote, vote. Say quickly. Tell me which one do you want? Which one do you want? I'm watching. This one, it's an Ubuntu. Okay, it is an Ubuntu-based distribution. So one of them. Okay, so Christina is the first one to vote, so she's the one who gets to choose for everybody. Well done, Christina. All right, let's do this. Forward. And of course, I never know whether this is actually going to work, but let's find out, shall we? NyTux. And this one is with the Mate desktop. NyTux. Never heard of NyTux, and it's number 100, which means it's definitely not a well-known distribution. Let's go 2048. One CPU. That's fine. That's fine. I do have 4 CPUs on here. 20 gig disk image. Sure, why not? And NyTux. Is that how that's done? NyTux. And let's say finish. Creating domain. The virtual machine. All right, there's NyTux. Shall we go install or live? Let's do live for now, okay? Let's do live for now. And I'm going to try to push this thing to full screen. Control-Alt so that I can go back, and let's go full screen. There we go. There we go. Well, that's not going to help me much. So let me scroll down to Canada. Because I'm in Canada, I'm going to say Canada English. And FR Latin 9, I don't need FR Latin. I just need, like, you know, just basic US, because, you know, card to configure. Sure, why not? Oh, I gotta do the tab thing. All right, address automatically from PDAP. You know what? Do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? Because I'm gonna say manually. There we go. And sure. And sure, it's not 192. It's not. If you're in a subdomain, fine. I don't care. I don't care. The hardware. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. Okay, sure. I just accept. I accept. The name of the user. Name of the user. All right. Let's make it Francois, my long-suffering waiter. Description. Long-suffering waiter. There we go. That's the description for Francois. Enter a new password. S-E-C-R-E-T. S-E-C-R-E-T. Confirm the new password. There we go. Woohoo! There we go. It's happening. Rodolfo, long time since I've been the blue config screen. It's been a long time for me too, for what it's worth. Password, S-E-C-R-E-T. All right, NyTux. NyTux, I can honestly say that this is the first time that I have, okay. Password, S-E-C-R-E-T. There we go. I can honestly say this is the first time I've ever seen NyTux. I have never tried or booted NyTux. Password, salut. You are now connected. Sure, I'm willing to believe it. All right, cool. Let's just take a look and see what this thing comes with. So there we go. So we have a full screen. Let's take a look at the kinds of applications that we've got on this thing here. Let's go. Francois' home. Francois has a home. Good on you, Francois. Mate fond viewer, cherry tree. What is cherry tree? What is cherry? I don't know what cherry tree is. What is cherry tree? Did I run it? Cherry tree. Cherry tree. Cherry tree is what? What is this? Is this an editor? I don't know what cherry tree is. About cherry tree, hierarchical note-taking application featuring rich text and syntax highlighting. Really? Fascinating. All right. Let's move that out of the way because I have no idea. You know. And Grandpa Archive Manager and Grandpa. It's like Grandpa's Isle Riot, Solitaire, and Mahjong. There you go. You don't need anything else for games. I have Mate Image Viewer, Mate Color Selection, Internet. Oh, at least we have Firefox, Pigeon, Thunderbird, and Transmission. Because, of course, what do we have under Office? It's LibreOffice. Okay, so we have LibreOffice. Cheese. I wonder if the camera works when you're doing this in here. Does that work? No device found. Okay, so it doesn't work. I didn't know whether it would work or not. Let's take a look what else we got. Sound and video. Dead beef. What is dead beef? I don't know any of these things. Good grief. Dead beef is apparently a music player. All right, so this is a music player. Dead beef. Failed to load up file. But it is apparently a multimedia player of some kind. Help. About translators. Oh, help. Yeah, that's right. Failed to load. All right. So that's not very useful. All right. So I don't know anything about it, and I'm not going to find out anything. System tools. Kaja for a file manager, which of course is not surprising given that this is the Mate desktop. Sound and video. What else we got? Dead beef. Yeah, we just took a look at dead beef. Sound. Change sound volume and events. All right. So what do we have in system tools? How do I install things on here? Install NyTux to your machine. That's true. And let's just go. Password for Francois. S-E-C-R-E-T. Let's see what happens if I try installing it. It still wants to throw me to the... it's just some weird ordering here. Canada. NyTux goes on only one partition. Sure. Help. How do I do it? You know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to go through the whole... I'm not going to go through the whole process. Let me see. Is that Mate or Old GNOME 2? Well, Mate is based on Old GNOME 2, isn't it? I have to admit, I am one of the people who actually does like, let me see. Partitioning, format a partition, erase NyTux. Can I just go, I guess it doesn't work. Install. All right, let's go install. Please create and modify. I thought I didn't have to do that. A CF disk basic purpose, which label type? What? F disk. I have to do this with F disk? This is, oh, wow. New. Wow, I haven't done that. Man, I haven't done this in ages. P, primary. Primary file, sector. Sure. Let's just go with the basics here. And L, or P rather. P. It is a Linux. Okay, so right. So it needs a swap. Wow, it needs a swap partition. Wow, this is like the old days, man. Sure, the partition will be formatted. Yeah, you don't need a swap partition anymore. I mean, you can create one, but you don't need it. Distribution is designed for intermediate and advanced Linux users. Custom package manager called Cards. Cards. All right, let's do this. Let's go up here and let's open up a. Oh, there it is. FL Cards package manager. Wow. Okay. Cool. These are things that are installed. LXDE, so I can install my desktop managers directly from here. Let's install something that I don't have yet. I didn't see Git in here. What do I have to do? Install. Right click, install, and apply. Apply. Download failed. Okay, well, anyway, there we go. We're auditing this though. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We're taking this out for a spin because frankly, I have no idea. Configure the boot of the PC. Yes, a copy of the original MBR is saved in the folder. Sure. Restore if needed. It will be possible to restore if needed. Okay. All right. Now what? Now what? We're waiting to see what happens. I don't know that anything is happening. Honestly, I don't know that anything is happening. Well, you know, typically this is not how you would install something anyway, at least not nowadays. But, you know, you would think that there would be like a much... it does say Linux from scratch, so I suppose that that's a... that is something that I should be paying attention to here. So let me go Control-Alt. 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 Oh, there we go. All right, Control-Alt. Let's window this guy, and let's virtual machine, and we are going to force the machine off. So shut down, force off. Yes, let's power off NyTux. Let's power it off, and so we just ran it directly from a. We are running the live CD, so probably won't allow us to install any packages. That is probably true. Although some distributions, I will point out, This is Rodolfo who's asking the question. Some distributions do actually allow you to install packages while you're running from the live CD, so that does work. I mean, it really does depend on the distribution, and sometimes it does work. Anyway, that is where I'm going to leave it for today. So I'm going to switch back to Steam. Oh, by the way, if you want to join me on Steam, please add me. Go ahead, just do it. Where was I? Where did I fire up my? I don't remember where I started my. Oh, there it is. This is where I started OBS. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for being here today, and I do appreciate you coming here on a Tuesday and spending time with me. And I hope some of this was fun and some of it was useful. And as you know, it's done without a net, so any mistakes I make, you get to see for real, because that's kind of the way it works when you're doing this without a net. Cheers, à votre santé, bon appétit to all of you. And like I said, join me on YouTube. YouTube.com/freethinkeratlarge is my channel name. And, I had it down here somewhere. I don't remember all the things that I had open here, but there we go, Marcel Gagne. And like I said, if you feel so inclined, you may support my habits on Patreon, which is patreon.com/Marcel Gagne, MarcelGagne. And you can also find me on Twitter, twitter.com. Let me see, twitter.com. I can't type. Twitter.com WFTL. There you go. Twitter.com/WFTL is where I hang out there. And of course, because Craig is going to be upset at me if I don't point this out. Mastodon. On Mastodon, you can find me on Mastodon as well, where I am mastodon.social, where I am at Wooftel at WFTL. So there you go. So that is where I am going to leave this for today. Again, I want to thank you for being here. And I hope you'll join me next time on Cooking with Linux Without a Net. Cheers. Oh, yeah, and, cheers. That's it. I'm done. You can go now. That's another mandatory movie reference. Bye.